Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is what we're going to do today. These little pouches that you can put in your journals, or you could use this as a card and mail it to someone. I would just put it in another envelope if I did. We've just got seam binding running around the sides of it, and we've just punched holes and run that in there. Mine closes up with a Velcro dot, so you could put all kinds of goodies down in there. And then we just embellished them very lightly because I wanted to keep them in my journal, so I didn't want them to be too thick. But here's another one that we've just got clipped on, and we've just used some stickers. This is a Tracy Fox labels, that's digital labels that I printed out last night. I purchased from her store, her Etsy shop, and I will link all of that below. This is an inspiration from a lady, and I think her channel is called the Paper Outpost. I will link that below so that you guys can go over and check her out. But I think these are very cute, and I just wanted to show you how they're made real quick. All right, let's get into the video. So what you're going to start out with is just kind of look at your journal and see what the measurements are where you want to pocket. Now mine, this one fits in here perfect. This sheet was a 7 by 12. Now this one is a little bit smaller. It's a little bit shorter this way because I didn't have a 12-inch one. But it's going to be plenty long enough or wide enough to go right here, because I'm clipping this in just like this. It's going to be a pocket that I'm clipping right there. So you just need to measure your journal. I can't really give you measurements because your journal may be a different size than mine. So just kind of lay your paper down and measure your journal this way, and then just leave a little bit of room on each side. Or if you want to do a smaller one and to clip it up here, you could do it this way. Either way you want to do it. And you're going to get your correct width. You're not going to add anything to this, and I'll show you why in just a second. And I know it seems like right now I'm hung up on journals, but I tell you, I have been watching some fantastic ladies, and I'm going to link some channels below. They I think they've been on YouTube a couple of years, but I love to journal and junk journal and travel journals and all kinds of things like that. And so I've got to watching a couple, I think it's 3 ladies, and one of them's in Italy, one of them's in England, and I'm thinking the other one's in Canada. I'm not sure. She may be here in the United States. I'm not real sure. I think one of them's in Canada and one of them may be in Florida. But anyway, I'm going to link the person below where I got this inspiration. I think her YouTube channel is the Paper Outpost, I want to say. And I'm not sure of her name because I haven't been watching her long enough to catch her name yet. But I'm going to link all those channels below, and you guys go over and check them out. I know there's some people that don't do journals, and I completely understand that. But for those of us who do, I'm going to throw in some journaling ideas every now and then. I will still continue to do my 3D projects and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know, journals right now is just on my mind because I'm trying to document everything that's going on and keep my journal up to date. So it's just one of those things that's on my mind right now, and so that's what I'm going to do. All right, this piece is 7 inches by 10.5, so I think I'll score at 3.5, and then maybe 7.5. And the way I'm getting those measurements is not anything, I mean, it's not a science. I just want it to fold over about like that. As you can see, that comes over and leaves about 1 inch down here. So if you want to just mark it and then kind of look at it, you can do that too. You can always just mark it with your pencil and then, you know, kind of pre-fold it over and see if that's going to be right for you. But that right there is about how I want mine. See, I've got a little bit of room between the score line here and the top where I can still get items down in there. And then this little flap comes over, leaves about 1 inch. So you can make these any size that you want. This is just going to be a simple tutorial on how to put things together. Now I do want to cut this off like I did that. I cut it off at a little bit of an angle. So I do want to cut this off at an angle. So I measured in on that one 2 inches from the side. And if you don't want to measure, you don't have to. Just cut it like it looks good to you. This is your journal, unless you're making them to sell or something like that. You know, I'm not real precise unless I'm making one for somebody else. And then I make sure that I get it correct. Okay. And then I'm just, I think I did that wrong. Okay. And then I'm just coming up from the flap 2 inches. And I think I did this side backward. Let's see. 2 inches. Nope, I did it right. All right. So measure in 2 and then up 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and you can draw a line if you want or put it back in your trimmer. I'm just going to eyeball it and cut it off like that. Then we're going to do this side the same way. I just kind of point my scissors in that direction, and then I don't take my eyes off of that point, because if I do, I go crooked. All right, so we got that. You can see how that comes down there. I think that is super cute. Now, I'm going to ink mine. It's not something that you have to do. I'm going to use worn lipstick, and this is in the oxide. I just think it kind of makes everything stand out and gives it a little bit more dimension and detail. See how pretty that makes that? This is just a scrap piece of paper. This is something really, really good to do with all of those scraps that you have laying around, because I know we all have them. It's just something good to do with those. Okay, so we have it inked, and now what we're going to do is take our hole punch. What did I do with my hole punch? Anybody see my hole punch? Here it is. And this is an older hole punch, so it's kind of hard to maneuver, but we're going to do our best. And you're going to start right up here at the top. We're going to close this up with seam binding like we did this one. So I'm going to lay that out there where you can see it. I just closed it up with seam binding, so you're going to need to punch your holes first. Now, if you have a smaller hole punch than I do, you can use that one. You can see mine's kind of large, but that's fine with me. And I'm going to go about right there with my first one. And then you're going to skip, I'd say, about 1 inch between them maybe. You don't have to be very precise. If you want to measure and make sure you're getting them exactly right, you can do that too. Just don't get too close to the edge, because you know it will pull out if you do that. I should have my little basket over here so that all of these little things will go in there, but I didn't. Now those last two, I got kind of close, but it's going to be covered up with that, so I'm not worried about it. Now on this, you can put it down through here and across here, or you can just put it across here. Either one that you want to do. On this one, I ran it all the way around, and I think that's what I'm going to do on this one. But it's up to you. All right, we've got all of our holes in there. And I'm going to do this with just a white seam binding. You can use a different color. I only have white and green and mint right now, so I've got to get more on order. But I think this will look okay with white. Now, I am going to cut some of this off because I know it's not going to take that much. Now, I just pull it through and I leave about that much at the end. That's what, I want to call her Wendy. I'm not sure that's her name, though. I hate to do that when I'm not sure the name. But that's what the lady at the Paper Outpost did. And hers are very, very beautiful. You have to go over there and check hers out. I just thought it was something really cool that I could put in my journal and keep like photos in there, ephemera, things like that that I needed to use in my journal, and then I'd have them right there with me. Then I'm just using, I didn't tell you this, I'm just using one of those cheap plastic needles. You can use any kind of needle that you have. This is just the first thing that I grabbed. So that's what I'm going to use. And you're just going to go all the way around this. And see, I had a ton left. So I think probably a yard here and then just about a half a yard up here is going to be all that you need. I always just overload on my thread because I hate to run out right in the middle of a project. Now I'll show you what she did, and I have a little bit of trouble doing what she did because this is an old vintage seam binding. So mine wants to split and tear and all that kind of stuff. But she took the end and just ran her scissors right down the center, all the way up to that hole. And then she took just I think she actually took her needle, but I'm just going to take this little tool here. And she pushes one side of that she just trimmed back through. And the other side she keeps here, like that. So you've got one piece that you split on one side and then the half of that piece on the other side. And then she just took it and tied a double knot there. If you don't want to do this, you could just clip it off and glue it. That one actually worked pretty good. The green one was terrible. It kept splitting on me and everything else. And then I just leave a little bit, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and put a little tiny bit of glue down there, just so that knot's going to hold. And then we'll try this on this side since that side worked. Some of my seam binding is probably as old as I am, so that may be why mine's not working as good as hers did. Alright, let's see. Let's push one of these back through. And leave the other one in there. I may need to split it just a tiny bit more. There we go. And then we're just, see, this one's trying to break on me too. I just don't think mine is the best to do the split there. That's why I'm definitely going to put glue on the ends of mine, or on the knots. Like I said, this is a vintage. It's been in my stash forever. And then the lady that I bought it from, she had it for about 50 years. So mine's pretty old. Okay, we got that. Now, if I can find my needle again. Here we go. And we're going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to start the bottom underneath. Ooh, and I'm just going to pull it up and leave me a string there. Me a little tail. And then you're just going to go around on this one the same way you did that bottom. And you see that took very little too. So should have plenty if you just cut about 1.5 yards. Should have plenty to do top and bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and split it and hope for the best. If you've got a new seam binding, I'm sure you would have no trouble at all doing this. Hers didn't fray or anything. It was very, very good, but mine is just falling apart. Okay. We're going to tie a couple of knots there and put a little tiny bit of glue and squish that down, making sure that knot is nice and tight. Now I've got glue all over my fingers. Okay. I'll stick that knot through there. Or stick that piece through there. And then we'll tie that in double knot again. Which I don't mind the fraying. I think it gives it more character, but I just don't want it to come apart on me. Alright, we are going to put a little glue there and squish that down, just like we did the other side. And there's our pocket. And now I'm just going to take she didn't put any closure on hers, I don't think. But I want a little bit of a closure on mine, just in case I put little tiny pieces in there, then I can definitely, they won't fall out on me. There we go. And then just squish that down. There we go. Got one up here, one down there. And see, you can't see those. Those are those little clear Velcro dots that I get. I just get mine at Walmart. They're very inexpensive. Now I'm just going to grab some stickers that I have that kind of matches this. And see what I've got that might go on here. I like that. That says enjoy the little things. And I think that will work right. I think I'm going to put it over just a little bit right there. Like this. And I think on the inside right here, I'm just going to put this one that says stand tall. And over here on this side, we'll put moments. I'm just sticking a few stickers on there. And then I'm going to grab just my little scrap box here. See what I've got in here that might go. I don't want it to be too puffy because I am going to put it in my journal. So I want it to be kind of flat. That one looks pretty good. I like that. That's got a little bit of dimension on it, but I don't think it's got too much. So I think it would be okay. And then I may just take that little scrap piece and do it around like that. So what do you think about that flower? Do you like that flower or do you like that white one better? Let's put the white one back on. I don't know. I might need the white one. Is that what you're telling me? That one's kind of pretty. What do you think about that one? Oh, see, I want them all. That's my problem. I like all the flowers. Ooh, that's got kind of those colors in it. Let's go with that one. That's pretty. All right, so we will put this flower down. And like I said, it still doesn't have so much dimension that it's going to give me problems in my journal. Did I leave my glue open too long? Probably. All right. Put that right there. And then I'm going to put this little guy. And actually, if I put him that way, he's going to be upside down. I may have to run him this way. So he'll be right side up. That's okay. We'll run him down this way. And kind of curve him around a little bit. And this is just from a punch. I think I actually, no, I take this back. This is from a die cut. I actually cut that out yesterday when we were working on those tickets. So, now let's see. Now, I did purchase a little digital kit from Tracy Fox, and I will leave her link below as well. She has some really cool products, but I loved the labels. So I think I'm going to use, ooh, that one right there looks good. think I'm going to use this label. Now, I just printed these off on regular old copy paper. You could print them off a little bit thicker, on something thicker, and they would be a lot more sturdy, but mine, I mean, this is fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. Because I'm going to glue it straight down. If I was going to have it dimensional or anything, I would definitely glue it on some cardboard. But I'm just gluing it straight down on here. And these are the botanical ones that she has, the labels. And this says horticulture, and it gives the definition for horticulture. And then she has all kinds. I'm not sure exactly what all the other ones are. I think I got all of these, and there's a bunch more in here. Got a lot of them in here. I think they're a couple of dollars. They're very inexpensive. And since, like I said before, since it's getting so hard for us to get product in, and you can't really buy labels like this from any vendors. Not that much, anyway. So I have been looking around for some nice digital kits, and I'm working on some digital kits of my own, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully we will be able to get some of those done before too much longer. It's not an easy process, believe me. You have to find a lot of these things and make sure that they're not copyrighted and just all sorts. It's a little bit of a pain, but okay. What do y'all think about that? Is that cute? I like that. But you know me, I may, on both of these, put a little piece of bling. Just because most people refer to me as the bling queen. And because I've got so much that I need to use some of it. Let's see. I don't know about those orange. Nope. Too orange. Look at this. This is a mess, isn't it? But that's just some pieces of bling that I just refused to throw away. I couldn't stand it. Because I'm so addicted to it that, I mean, it was falling apart, and I just said, I can't throw that away. There's no way. So I stuck it to that piece of acetate, and I've just been using off of it here and there. You can let me know if I've got a problem. I think I do. I think I need a program, a 10-step program or 12-step program, whatever it is, for a blingaholic. Oh, where did that one go? There it is. Some of them have the sticky still on the back, and some of them don't. Okay. So I've got a couple pieces of bling on that one, a couple of pieces on that one, and I think that's all I'm going to do. Stick this back in my little hoard vault there. And I'm just going to show you how this one will go in here. Oh, I've got that stuff all over my hand. I'll take it right there, and then I've just got some of these little gold clips, and I'll just clip it on there. And I can, you know, whatever I'm going to do on this page, I can have in here. And then when I get ready to do this page, I can just pull all of it out. So you can put photos in here, ephemera, you know, the little notes that you take while you're out and about that you want to remember to put in your journals. You can do that and just add them in here. Well, I just think they're super cute, and they're very, very easy to make. And you can see I put my little ticket that I made last night, and somebody said, I want to see how those tickets, how easy those tickets pull apart. So here's one, and I'll show you. They come apart just exactly like they would if they were regular tickets that a machine had perforated. So they come apart very easy. So I can't wait to start adding all those to my journal. There's the darker color ones. I've still got to finish those, and I will link that video below in case you didn't see it. I will be starting on an ephemera book storage binder probably this next week. I don't know how many videos it'll take me to do it because it's a lot to put in there, but if you want me to show it, if you want me to do a video on it, just let me know. If you don't, if you're not interested in that, then just let me know that as well. Let me know in the comments below, because I don't want to put it on my YouTube channel unless you guys are interested in it. If you are and you want to see my process, then just let me know in the comments below. All right, we will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like our videos. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.